Holy fucking fuckballs! Holy fucking shit! Holy Jesus Christ! What a fucking KO. Ilya Topuria is a fucking GOAT. Holy shit. I am in awe. I'm a believer of this man. This man's becoming triple champ. Islam ran from this dude. Holy shit. There's so much to talk about. Let's get into it. Bro, Ilya Topuria is that guy. Holy shit. I knew that he was going to knock Charles out in the first or second round. Even I was surprised. Like, it was... The whole bar I watched it was in awe. My friends who are still kind of new to the UFC, they were in awe. Bro, Paddy Pimblett doesn't have shit on this guy. Like, seriously. And then they try to pan to Justin Gaethje like, Gaethje, little bro, you are not getting a title shot no matter how much you bitch and cry. And yeah, Paddy, like, come on. Paddy's getting flattened in round one. He has worse head movement than Charles. His jiu-jitsu is probably somewhat comparable to Charles, but he has worse striking. How does he win? I mean, personally, I still want to see the fight just because it would be huge, and the UFC really needs a big fight right now, especially since we're probably not going to get Islam Ilya. We're not getting Jones Aspinall. We're probably not going to get Pereira Aspinall. Like, they need something big, and this is it. Even though it's going to be an extremely one-sided fight, it's also probably the only fight they can do right now that might actually crack 1 million pay-per-view buys. And look, I'm not saying that Paddy Pimblett versus Ilya Topuria is going to be the first death on pay-per-view, but I won't be surprised if that ends up being the case. So yeah, I guess they're going to do Paddy versus... Oh, sorry, my cat's in the way. Go outside. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. They're probably going to do Paddy versus Ilya next, even though really, I think it should be Arman versus Ilya next, because he still beat Charles Oliveira. I know he pulled out and had a bad back or whatever, and he missed weight. You know the drill by now. But I still think he's the number one contender. He does deserve the title shot, whether you like him or not. Paddy, in my opinion, I still think he needs one more. Like, I still think it should be him versus Gaethje next, because let's be real, that's pretty much a free path to the title. And then you can do Ilya versus Arman in December, maybe. And maybe have Volk versus the winner of Bovzar as the co-main. That'd actually be a pretty sick card. But yeah, have him come back in December. Because as far as all the upcoming pay-per-views, I don't think he'll be back in November. I think that's going to be JDM Islam. He could come back for Abu Dhabi, but I think they might do Aspinall on that card. So yeah, I think you do him versus Arman in December, and then you do Paddy versus Gaethje, maybe in Abu Dhabi or maybe on MSG. One of those cards, because then that way the timelines line up, and then you can do Paddy versus Ilya next year for International Fight Week. I know that's a while away, but the build-up would be so worth it. They can send them on, in that time, they can send them on a world tour and promote this shit like they did for McGregor versus Aldo, because this is the only big fight they got right now. Because like I said, what else is it going to be? But yeah, Ilya Topuria is, in my opinion, the pound-for-pound number one after that performance. He's beaten the two best featherweights of all time, probably the third best lightweight of all time, and he's done it in spectacular fashion. He's knocked them all out, and it's a shame, though, that his next fight most likely won't be against the former champion, but either way, he's just stacking that resume up, and it's looking nice now. I think he's the pound-for-pound number one, and Pantoja's pound-for-pound number two, but we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, just an incredible performance by Ilya. Even though I predicted it, I was still shocked. Like, it was just that impressive. Like, he put Charles out. Like, I thought Charles would probably just be like, he'd get stopped, or it'd be a body shot or a ground and pound TKO. But holy shit, he just shut the lights out of Charles. Unlike Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler, hell, even Islam, even Arman, none of these guys could hurt Charles that badly. But yeah, as far as Justin Gaethje, bro, you're not getting a title shot. I don't even know why why the camera panned to him first when they're going through the crowd. Ilya would do Justin Gaethje horrible. Like, he'd probably do him worse than he did Charles. But yeah, excellent performance by Ilya. He's the new guy. Now that, Islam's moving up, and I mean, Islam could still be a big star. What am I talking about? No, Pereira. I meant to say Pereira. Anyway, Pereira is pretty much at the end of his career. Even Islam said he wants to retire soon. I think Ilya's the next guy. He's the guy they need. Like, seriously, people need to stop hating on him. Yes, he's knocking out all our favorites, but he's doing it in spectacular fashion. He's living up to what he's saying, and honestly, he's one of my favorites. So yeah, I can't wait to see him fight next. Him versus Arman in December, that's what I say. But moving on. In the co-main event, we had Alessandro Pantoja versus a little ugly fucking goblin, Kai Kara-France. And Kai Kara-France got submitted within 3 rounds. Do the haka now, little bro. Do your little fucking tongue out now, little bro. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little worried for Pantoja given that he's 35. You know, Kai Kara-France is younger and he has knockout power, so I thought there's a chance Kai Kara-France could fluke it, but honestly, it looked like Kara-France had no chance in this fight. Because honestly, I don't think he had a single moment in that entire fight where Pantoja was in any danger. He was held down for the entirety of the first round. In the second round, he was getting outstruck and getting taken down. And then in the third round, Pantoja takes him down and chokes him out. And he's crying like a bitch, as you can see. So yeah, Pantoja, first of all, they robbed him of a performance of the night bonus, alright? Give this man his fucking bonus. Secondly, raise him on the pound for pound list. How is he only number 9? Jesus Christ, put some respect on this guy's name. I know I've been saying a lot about how Ilia Topuria has a lot of aura, and he does, but so does Pantoja. When they were facing off, you know, honestly, how do I say it? Pantoja, he looked like it was him, like he wasn't putting on an act. Whereas Kai Kara-France looked like he was trying to force it, but Pantoja's just as stoic as anything. This man has fucking aura. Like, seriously. Put some respect on his name. As far as what's next for him, it's got to be Joshua Van. I mean, who else? And honestly, even though I've just praised Pantoja, I think Joshua Van might be the guy. He's younger. He's got great takedown defense. He's got amazing striking. Better striking than Kai Kara-France, who's just an overhand merchant. Like I said, he's a lot younger, a lot less mileage. And he's big. Well, actually, no, he's not that big. He's not big for the weight. Actually, no, he's quite small. Fuck it, never mind. But I think he's the guy. But we'll get to more of that in a second. As far as what's next for Kai Kara-France, I guess you just do the Manel Cap fight. I mean, it's a shame we couldn't see Manel Cap fight tonight. I was really disappointed. I still think he could have beaten Royval. But yeah, I guess you do him versus Kai Kara-France next. Maybe at MSG, maybe in December. And yeah, the winner of that, which will probably be Manel Cap, because honestly, I think Manel Cap pieces Kai Kara-France the fuck up. Then after that, he can maybe get a title shot, hopefully, because I really want to see Manel Cap get a title shot. But yeah, impressive performance by Pantoja. Just absolutely ran over this little dwarf Kai Kara-France. And honestly, if I were Pantoja, I would have done the fucking haka thing over his dead body. That would have been hilarious. But yeah, good shit, Pantoja. Look, I'm all for people embracing their culture, but Kai Kara-France is the whitest Maori person you've ever seen. And you don't see Carlos Olberg and Mark Hunt and all these other guys who are actually like Samoan and Islander and all that. You don't see them doing the fucking haka in every single fucking face-off and photo you get. It's always the whiteys, huh? Then in the featured fight of the card, we had Joshua Van versus Brandon Royval. And holy shit, fight of the year. And I didn't even care that I got my pick wrong, because honestly, I thought Brandon Royval was going to edge this fight out. I thought the size, the experience, and the fact that this was a short turnaround for Joshua Van would be a little bit too much. I knew Joshua Van was going to put up a fight, but holy fuck. My whole bar was in awe of what we saw. Like, everyone, we got up and gave this fight a standing ovation. I think it was honestly the best fight of all year. Like, especially on a pay-per-view card, because there's been some stinkers this year. But yeah, this fight was fucking awesome. Joshua Van versus Pantoja is next, and I can't wait. It's a shame that we're probably not going to see this fight for a little bit, because you know how active Joshua Van is. If it was up to him, this fight would be at 318. And honestly, this is a better main event than Holloway versus Poirier 3, which we've already seen. And it's probably going to be better than that entire fucking card. Can I just say how shit UFC 318 is? Like, they're putting Michael Johnson on the main card in 2025. But anyway, I think he's the guy to beat Pantoja. I think his boxing's too good. His takedown defense is really good. He's a lot younger. He's got a lot of hype. He's got a lot of talent. And I just have a feeling this will be the guy that can beat him. He's not an overhand merchant like Kai Kara-France. And he's got so much heart. I'm on the Joshua Van train. Like, honestly, people have been glazing this guy non-stop. And I was like, yeah, he's cool. But I'll just wait a bit. But yeah, I'm on the Joshua Van train. Get this guy a fucking title shot. I still wish we could have seen an El Cap fight tonight, because that definitely would have made the presser a lot more interesting, having him and Kai Kara-France there. But yeah, great performance by Joshua Van. Fight of the year. Honestly, this was a really good card. But I ain't gonna lie, my predictions were kind of cooked. Next on the card, we had Renato Moicano versus Beneil Dariush. I can't say I was too surprised by this one. A lot of people were picking Moicano, myself included. My picks were kind of cooked on this card. But I knew it wasn't going to be easy. I figured that he would struggle. And yeah, Beneil Dariush looked good out there. Even though he looks old as fuck, you know, Grandpa Beneil, we kept calling him. It was a really crafty performance by him. Even after getting dropped, he was still able to come back. I still don't know if he beats anyone in the division with power, because like I am worried about his chin, but yeah. Moicano, honestly, he's not that good. Like, it was fun for a while when he was on that win streak, but I never really thought he was that good. Like, I honestly picked against him against most of his fights on that win streak anyway, and the guys he beat weren't that good, let's be honest. He beat Jalen Turner, that win hasn't aged well. BSD, who's not that good. And then, who else? Drew Dober, who's not that good. And Brad Riddell, who isn't that good. So yeah, he was never really that good. I knew that he wasn't dangerous, which is why I knew he was going to struggle, because it's not like he can finish Beneil out of nowhere. But yeah, Beneil looked great tonight. It was a bit of a slow fight, I'll be honest. It wasn't the greatest fight in the world. The card did start kind of slow, but it really picked up once the Joshua Van Brandon Royval fight went on. But yeah. As far as the rest of the card, Peyton Talbot managed to rebound against Felipe Lima. That shocked me. His grappling's definitely improved. It was kind of a meh fight, but, you know, he made a comeback. Gregory Rodriguez fucking killed Jack Hermanson. That was pretty crazy. That was one of the best KOs on the card. Honestly, there weren't that many KOs on the card. There was only 3 KOs. And we got 3 submissions. It's a few decisions. But yeah. Who else? Tracy Cortez, my baby, won. Jacob Smith submitted Nico Price as the biggest favorite of all time. And yeah, overall it was actually a really good card. Started off kind of slow, but it was so much better than last year's International Fight Week. UFC 303 was shit on paper, and it was just a slog to get through. But this card actually delivered. Honestly, I'd say it was better than expected, because on paper it looked good, but it didn't look like anything fantastic. But yeah, it was a good card. It was better than 316, better than 315. I wouldn't say it's better than 314. Definitely better than 313, 312. I'd say, I wouldn't say it's better than 311, but it's up there. But yeah, amazing card. And yeah, that's going to be all. Please like the video, subscribe, comment, whatever. And I'll see you guys in the next video.